Let's pick that one at the back first, and then there's 2 or 3 further forward.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. My name's Richard Bauer. I chair the NFU's Next Generation Policy Forum. It's a group of younger farmers who want to be involved in decisions that are going to shape our future. Within the forum, we understand and we recognise that we need to upskill our industry, upskill to meet the future challenges, but also to make the most of future opportunities. What's the panel's view? What are our short-term goals and our long-term goals? I mean, we can see that we all need to align and cooperate together, but what can you see happening in the short term and then even, like say, in the long term as well?
Can we have fairly snappy answers to that question, please? Let's start with you, Geraint, and we'll move back through the panel the other way.
Purely from our point of view, short term, we've got a level 2 apprenticeships available. We need land-based colleges to take it up and start delivering the next level. We need to prove this is a success, that it works, and then we can roll it out to further apprenticeships. But we need to prove that what we've developed works.
Agree with that. We need to get these tribalised apprenticeships to standards submitted and approved and working. I know of horticultural businesses that have reduced down the number of apprentices they're taking by 25% because they can't afford to take the apprentices on with the old structure. So we need to get those standards in place. Longer term, we need a strategy, we need a goal, as I mentioned earlier.
I think we need to do more about the careers advice and guidance. I know it's an old chestnut, but it's genuinely something we need to do, because if those standards are going to be in place to deliver, then we need the young people with the aspirations to want to come onto those programs. So I think we do need to work together to better address how do we get more young people to engage with apprenticeships in the land-based sector. I don't think we can do that and ignore the longer term requirement, and so we should be future planning now for what we do need in 10 years. So we have to do the two things in parallel.
I agree with everything that's been said. The only thing I would add is collaboration, and in 2 particular ways. The first is that very big players in the agri-food sector pay an apprenticeship levy. They don't necessarily always have the capacity themselves to deploy that money in order to train people in the numbers that they're paying for. Finding a way to get some of that levy cash further down the supply chain would be helpful. You know, that money is there for training and it should be spent on that. The second thing is we have to recognise that there will always be exceptions to this rule, but it will be better and easier for farmers in the future if we help incentivise and support a greater degree of collaboration, both in terms of delivering environmental goods, but also in terms sometimes of thinking about the capital-intensive investments that may need to be made in order to get the very best business model.
Agree entirely with that. We've got some really good collaboration going on where we're bringing farmers together with these host farms and these demonstration farms. So the collaboration is happening, but we need to speed it up. In the short term, I think we've got to work harder where we've got some opportunities to collaborate, i.e. between the colleges and the network of host farms. There's a real win, easy win there. We do have to start thinking about how we transform the messages around the dynamic careers for young people. We have a wonderful open window there. It's an absolute gift in terms of a marketing opportunity for the industry to the next generation. I think our organisation has to play a much more proactive role around elevating the employer voice here in the skills agenda. We need to, if we're talking about equipping and providing a generation of people with the right skills, we must get the employer voice heard much more strongly. And then in the longer term, I think we must look at an overall coherent strategy and a structure within the industry to deliver it.
Thank you very much. Lord Curry has got me on script because I'm going to turn to the priorities in the publication. And priority 1 says champion the land-based industry as a professional and progressive career. Well, that's what the National Land-Based College is seeking to try to do through its connections. And I think the priority 4 I would turn to is maximising digital and flexible learning opportunities. And I think that's absolutely crucial. Without that, without those high-quality routes, we just will not crack this. And finally, I would just echo entirely Jane's advocacy for connecting the network of trials, innovation, demonstration, taking, as the Secretary of State said, all that knowledge and disseminating it as much as possible. And in particular, through to the young people who are coming through colleges and universities as well. because I think we're doing it because we think it's good for them and it's part of their academic studies. But actually, if we can connect that all together, there's some superb synergy which I think can exist from both of those.
Question just beside you, Sarah.